Insider magazine just named Lake Allatoona in Georgia the most beautiful lake in the state. But is it really? We're going to find out. What's up, everybody? And we just read an article recently that said Lake Allatoona was the most beautiful lake in the state of Georgia. This article came from Insider Business Magazine based out of New York. And that should really tell you all we want to hear about that for first off.
Absolutely.
New Yorkers asking about, or telling us, about what they know about Georgia, knowing that us here in North Georgia live here. And Lake Allatoona, the most beautiful lake, I can argue the ever-living hell out of that, can't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Tell me you don't know about something without telling me you don't know about something.
Exactly.
First of all, Lake Allatoona, hey, listen, you Allatoona guys, we love you. Hey, it's a pretty lake. It's a good lake, good fishing. But check this out, 12,000 acres, 270 miles of shoreline. Half of the year it's drawed down to basically nothing.
Ugly in the winter.
It's ugly in the winter. It's nothing but
rocks.
And if it's not rock, it's mud.
Yeah.
If it's not rock, it's mud. It's got 7 million people each year on that lake. Now tell me there's nothing more serene than 7 million people on a lake.
And I believe they said something to the effect of the USACE said that it was the most visited core lake in the country.
Which I don't believe.
Which I don't see how that makes it beautiful.
Yeah, well, Lake Lanier is right up the street. You know, if you want to see ugly, go to Lake Lanier on the summer. Boats, boats, and boats. Allatoona is the same way. However,
we do have some beautiful lakes.
We have beautiful lakes. Listen, no one can tell me in this state that Allatoona is more beautiful than lakes like Carter's Lake, Blue Ridge, Notley, Burton,
Hiawassee.
I mean,
even though it's in kind of in North Carolina, but that's close.
Who makes these lists?
I don't know who makes these lists. You go to Burton, you go to Chatuge, you go to Burton. You've got beautiful, absolutely stunning mountain scenes up there. And, every time I go up there and fish, I'm like, man, that's quite a sight.
Yeah,
it's breathtaking.
This is nothing more than a city slicker pulling up some pictures on his, computer saying, "Oh, that looks good to me. I think I'll go with that." Tell me Atlanta is more beautiful than North Georgia. Tell me Atlanta is more beautiful than the coast of Georgia, or even the pine plantations down in South Georgia.
100%.
This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. And again, we love you Allatoona guys, but there is no way in the world that your lake is the most beautiful in the state of Georgia.
But some opinion pieces here.
Right.
Some of our neighboring states that we have, Alabama, Florida, North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, they all touch us here on the state of Georgia. Go through that list and tell us what each one of those is.
Okay, from Insider Magazine, the most beautiful lakes in each state. Alabama, Lay Lake. Florida, and I don't even know how to pronounce this.
Lake Eola.
Is it Eola?
It's in Orlando.
Okay, well, there ain't nothing beautiful about Orlando anyway. North Carolina is Lake Norman. South Carolina, Lake Marion. And Tennessee is Norris Lake. What do you think about those?
I've never been to any of those lakes ever. I've drove by drove by Lake Marion, been around Santee Cooper before. Lay Lake, I've drove by at Lake Eola's. I think is that not the lake that's right there at Disney World?
I've never been to Disney World. I have no idea.
You've never been to Disney World.
And I don't want to go.
We got to get Danny tickets to get to Disney World.
Do not want to go to Disney World.
He needs to go to Disney World.
Not my kind of people there.
So,
well, let's just say this. All right, if you're from the Insider Magazine or if you know anybody that works with the Insider, hey, show them this video. You guys are absolutely insane. There is no way in the world you could have actually ever stepped foot on Lake Allatoona to make this decision. I just think it's the stupidest thing I've ever read.
Yeah, exactly. I totally agree with you. My vote is for Lake Burton. I think Lake Burton's the most beautiful lake in the state of Georgia. Let us know in the comments below, guys, what your pick is for the most beautiful lake in the state of Georgia, and even throw in some of those surrounding state lakes. If you don't agree with Alabama, Florida, North Carolina, South Carolina, or Tennessee, let us know in the comments below. What do you think is the most beautiful lake in the state of Georgia and in the surrounding states here in the southeast?
Absolutely. We just had to vent a little bit on this one. We just couldn't believe it when we read it.
Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and hit that notification bell for more mini casts like this.
See ya.